Okay, I'm going to show you how to set up your Zoom account and your profile, and then how to schedule a meeting. So I'm going to just click sign in with Google because my account is made with my Google from school, my Google account. And when I come in here, I can go to my profile and I can change this. I can put a picture of myself if I want. And this is just general information. Right now you can see the capacity of any meeting is 100. This is part of the upgrade that's free. And then we also can have more than 40 minutes if we want, which is also now free. When you go to meetings, you can schedule a meeting here, or you can schedule a meeting up at the top here. And I'll do that in just a minute. You can go to your personal meeting room, and it has ways that we can add our meeting times if you schedule it to Google Calendar, which is what I would do, and put it right on my Google Calendar associated with my classroom. I set it up to require a meeting password, and the video, it'll ask me if I want to come in with video. So we can take a look at that. And I'll go back over here. Notice one thing though, when you come over here, I'm sorry, go back over here. There's a little thing you can click here if you want to get some more training, but I'm going to click schedule meeting. And my screen's going to look like this. So we'll go through and we'll schedule a meeting and I'll show you what it looks like. I'm going to also pop down here to settings. This is when you're meeting, when you're recording. I don't think we need to deal with the telephone. I don't think anyone's going to be calling in. But when you're scheduling a meeting, I have it set that meetings start with the host video on. So as soon as I join, you'll see me on video. And then start meetings with participant video on. I have this turned off. And then audio type, I have computer and telephone just in case someone does call in. Allow participants to join the meeting before the host arrives. For students, I'm clicking that off. With adults, I would keep that on. And then as far as requiring a password, I have that clicked on. I have that clicked on for both scheduling new meetings and for instant meetings. I'll show you, you can schedule a meeting ahead of time, or you can just click host the meeting and it'll join you live, and then you can send the information to your students. And so this information with students with the password is going to be part of the invitation for them to join the meeting. So you don't have to send that out separately. I clicked this to mute participants upon entering the classroom or the chat room or the video, because I don't want them all coming on with their mutes off. So this automatically mutes them when they come on. I can send them upcoming meeting reminders, so anyone that is invited. And then as far as the chat goes, allow meeting participants to send a message visible to all participants. I would turn that off. And this would also turn off the private chat so that they can't chat to one another. And then I have file transfer on so that I can send them files and they can send me files. And I have screen sharing turned on for all participants. The meeting control bar will go away. It's underneath. I'll show you that. So that it's not always in view, but when you put your mouse over it, you'll see it. And then who can share. And a lot of this stuff you can change right during the meeting. And then I have these options of annotation, whiteboard, remote control, where I can take control of someone else's screen, and the ability to allow participants who have been removed to come back in. And that's basically the general settings that we need to look at. So if you don't set them all up ahead of time, you'll see when you're having a meeting that you can go ahead and do those right then and there. So I'm going to click schedule a meeting from up top. It's going to take me back to that same page that I was on previously. I can give this a name or a date. Topic, if I'm discussing something in particular, I would name it that. Description, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to schedule it. So I'm going to say March 25th at 10 a.m. Remember, I already had the time zone set in my settings, but if you don't have it set yet, you can set it here, and then it remembers it for the next time you have a meeting. I'll say it's going to be an hour long. That's just letting the participants know how long you intend to be on, but you can run over that. It's not going to stop the meeting. If it's a reoccurring meeting that's happening, every week on that Wednesday, then you can set it up this way, and then it will always be there. You don't have to keep setting it up. Meeting password is required, and that's a randomly generated number. Again, here's those same things, video on and off for the students, both, and I don't want them to join before me. I want to mute them upon entry, and I want to record the meeting automatically on my local computer, just so I have a recording of it. You can take that video and trim it down later on if you want, if it becomes too long. So I'm going to hit save. And then this is what it's going to give me. So if I'm going to do the meeting right there, I can hit start this meeting, or I can send all this information to my Google Calendar. So I go to sign into my Google Calendar. I allow Zoom to have access. And now this is the information that it's going to put on my calendar, and then it's also going to put it on my other calendars as well. So I can invite others. I can add my guests here if I want to put my full class list there. I could say that I want to copy this to my PBS class. Okay, so now it's going to become part of PBS. I can change that over here as well. I can pick medical interventions if it's for them, or whatever the class is that you want to schedule. So I'm going to then save that information on my calendar, and then I can alert the students that the information is on the classroom calendar, and they can just click the link that's right here to get into the meeting. So I hit save, it'll add it right to my calendar. So if I go to March 25th, this is my Zoom meeting right here. And you can see I have it on two calendars because one of them is my personal one, and then this is the classroom that I picked. And then they'll just click on the link and have the code, and they'll be able to get right in.